Kel Brown did not play against the Vols last week, out again today with some back soreness. Kobe Rogers, his teammate, a key reserve for Pat Kelsey, also out in concussion.
You know, talk about make a statement, to have confidence, to be put in a new situation.
Here's Fru with the dish to J'Vonne Hadley to open the scoring.
Look, these guys can put it up, but we got to make sure that we make their threes difficult and make them contested.
They shoot about 35 threes a game, and there's the freshman, Owino.
I really like that kid, man. He's a freshman, but he's playing above his years. Really solid in the post, great footwork, great touch around the basket, can go right or left.
The lob from Woolley to Fru.
Defense and the offense and capitalizing on turnover, and Montana just can't gift. I know it's Christmas season, but they can't gift wrap. They can't gift wrap things like that.
Here's Ali Khalifa. They call him the Egyptian magician. A pass-first big man, number 15 in white.
Yeah, I really like Khalifa's game. He's always looking to get his guys going right there.
And he did. Montana still within 2, nearly 8 minutes gone by in the first half. Looking for what would be a monumental upset of the 11th ranked Cards. But J'Vonne Hadley has something to say about it. One of just 10 coaches in mid-major basketball to have 24 or more wins the last 2 years. The inbounds, McKneely. Off the mark, but the follow by Fru. And one thing that Pat Kelsey reiterated it to his team as the CRO, Mac. Fru spins sideboard for the big man.
See, as a big, when you get a bunch of easy buckets, like he got a couple of good dunks.
A number of reserves on the floor for Travis DeCure, keeping the team in the game, but a turnover here. So here's Louisville, 5-point lead, their largest of the afternoon. They go back inside to Fru out of the timeout, and he responds again. Double digits. Here's Money. And he gives it away, and he's slow to get up. On the other end, Rooths. And one opportunity. Here's McKneely. IMAC to the rim. 11th ranked Louisville.
And their Achilles heel has been in turnovers as Louisville just turned it over.
Here's Dick at the other end. Circus layup, no good, and no whistle call.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just bring it out. It's 1-on-3.
Deep three by McKneely.
Yeah. So,
another turnover.
Paying for on the back end.
And a missed three by Pryor. Woolley tries to follow. Williams hits the deck.
Louisville shooting for 16, and I think that's a major reason why they're in the game still.
There's an open look, and Hadley can't convert. McKneely, 3. Again! Nice steal by Conwell playing up the line. And he takes it himself for 2, and a 3-point play.
Conwell, he gets, a lot of attention for the shooting ability, but the guy, he's so good and quick in transition and nifty around the rim. If you have championship aspirations, you have to test yourself. These tough games will stress the system. You find out what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you can hang your hat on, and you can make adjustments. A second half team have scored about 10 points more than the second half in the first half, so they're going to need every single bit of that to get back in this game.
Here's Sawyer, harassed and hounded, lost it, but Isaac got it back, and Tyler Isaac has his first field goal of the game. He was scoreless and held with 3 fouls in the first half, and they go right over the top of Sawyer that time. Another alley-oop to Sananda Fru. Sananda Fru already has a season high, 16. Here's Thompson from the wing. Tyler Thompson has his 3rd triple of the game. Final non-conference game for both of these clubs before the Christmas break, and then conference play begins. Hadley. Spin move. Pretty scoop shot from J'Vonne Hadley with 9.
So here it's just all sides. Advantage is clearly J'Vonne. So someone needs to come there, start digging, or maybe come.
And now Conwell, who struggled. Saved by McKneely. Who wants it? Isaac with the tap ahead to himself and the lay-in. Khalifa, another dive from the big man, the Egyptian magician. Sawyer blocked by Fru. Louisville running and finishing.
Turning defense. Hey, this is the best thing right here. When you get a block shot as a big on one end and then follow it down with an emphatic woo.
And remember, Louisville doing this without the help of fabulous freshman Michael Brown. There's another assist from Ali Khalifa to J'Vonne Hadley. How about this Cards defense? 9 steals already this afternoon. Now Khalifa in the low post. He still wants to pass it, and he does! Another beauty of a dime drop. Now Brooklyn Hicks with the task of guarding Ryan Conwell. Here's Kason Pryor. Splits the defense up and in. 8 on the timer for Montana. Here's Kempley. Nice dribble drive by Tyler Kempley. Still no field goals so far for Money Williams. Just 4 points today. Nice pass. And Kason Pryor cashes it in.
Yeah, Montana has to keep the energy up and keep fighting. You always have to get better. You know, that 0-0 mentality doesn't necessarily only matter when you're winning, but also when you're losing.
Nice take by Brooklyn Hicks, his first 2 of the game. Sananda Fru with the ball, leading all scorers with 18 points.
And more impressively, he's 9 for 9. Hasn't missed a shot yet.
Yeah, he's working on a possible all-time Louisville record in terms of field goal. There's Tyler Thompson with another 3. Tyler Thompson has 4 triples. Conwell finally sees one hit the bottom of the basket.
Great for camaraderie and just keeping focused and being aware of what's going on.
Here's McKneely for Fru. Had that one blocked by Sawyer. Conwell, catch and release. And he saw one go down. Now it's 2 in a row for Ryan Conwell. Bottled up and bothered all afternoon by this Cards defense.
And to be fair, he did hurt his wrist last game, so he's not 100%. When he's not playing, his bandage, he is bandaged up now. So he fell on it last game, so that's his shooting hand. So that could be playing a big factor.
Of his grandfather, gave turkeys away at Thanksgiving at his grandfather's church this past Thanksgiving. And Sananda Fru has dominated on the inside for the Cards to the tune of 18 points on 9 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, you just have to wonder how much of that his Money's injury to his left wrist is bothering him. This is
big sporting day for the Montana Grizz. Not only do they get to play the number 11 Louisville Cardinals in basketball, their football team is in the FCS semifinals. They're playing. Shout out all the Grizz fans who are watching on the streaming services today. And a 3+1 opportunity. Duke right now looks like the clear favorite. They were preseason number 1, but Louisville was preseason number 2. How do you think it stacks up going into conference play?
I think that's an accurate.
One of only 10 head coaches in Division I basketball to have that claim. He won a Conference of the Year or Coach of the Year award with Winthrop, another one with College of Charleston.
What I found very interesting in the new college conference shift, you have California and Stanford in the ACC on the opposite end.
We get to go out and live a dream for the living, and they stay home and make it all work. What a day for the CARDS: commitment, attitude, responsibility, discipline, and sacrifice. And Khani Rooths lives the Cardinals ethos.
Yeah, my man takes school spirit to a much different place. That right there Montana just continuing to play hard.
Here's Sherman, not shy. The rebound to leg under the basket. Sherman again. Yes! Will Henke on the scorer's sheet grabbing the rebound. Oh, the dime! And Henke pays it off. Another rebound, this time for Henke again. And they'll dribble it out. Success all around for Pat Kelsey and the number 11 Louisville Cardinals.